Hello everyone, it is Liam Caddison here, and we are on the penultimate season of Once Upon a Time, as we're on season 6. Crazy to think that, the next time we're going to be starting a new season of Once, it's going to be the final one. So we're definitely in the end game, aren't we, folks? But I'm excited to get into the season, at least this first half. I don't know what the second half might bring, but I'm assuming we're going to carry on with a similar formula we've had for the last few seasons, where for at least the first half of this season, we're going to be focused on the Land of Untold Stories, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, as well as the fact that we've got the evil queen back as well. It's not like Regina regressed or anything, despite my concerns in regards to Robin's sad demise, of course. But there was a very, very interesting element where we separated the bad from Regina, and now we've got, I guess we've got two characters played by Lana, so it should be pretty interesting to see what this first half does bring, because, we closed Season 5 out on a very, very interesting manner, like I said, with the Land of Untold Stories being introduced, and of course that, I guess, bleeding into Storybrooke. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with that, because I don't want to say the possibilities are endless, but there is the chance for, new characters to be introduced and all of that. So it should be pretty interesting to see what does happen. But not just that, though, but to see how this season fares overall. Because now we're in the penultimate season. Like I said, the end game is here. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what does happen. So with that said, let's get into the first episode of Season 6 for Once Upon a Time. Let's go.
Pathetic. The great.
Okay, I've got questions.
This is a sad day indeed.
Please.
The staff, Jafar. Why are you being rude?
I had to come and see for myself. Look at the great Aladdin now. And all that's left is this shaky stump.
So, is he the savior in another land?
Words about a savior. They lived happily ever after.
Do take care, Aladdin.
This is just delicious for him, seeing him just vulnerable. Look, definitely had a haircut in between, moments in the final. But imagine just getting blocked by a blimp.
Gina, Emma, my evil half is gone. I don't know how strong I am. Being evil did not make you strong. Let's do this. Hey, mutton chops!
Mutton chops! Holy... Oh, wow. I have a feeling he's going to resist this, but... Too easy.
Hey, Emma, you okay?
Love?
That was something.
What happened?
Nothing.
Is that an untold for Emma? She's twitching like Aladdin did. Oh, shit.
Who are you?
Wait, this is the Sandman.
I'm Morpheus. Welcome to Belle's dream world. Would you like to wake her up?
He's a bit more chipper than the guy in the Sandman.
Eager to defeat his better half, is he?
Yeah, he is. How are you dealing with that? The whole destroying your evil half thing.
I'm fine.
I gotta love,
Better than fine. Did I mention I'm fine?
Well, something's bothering
I'm
you.
fine.
All right,
I'm
yes,
fine.
Something is not.
What the heck is... I mean, it... At least you got a hit on him, but it's not... Oh?
Specially made. You won't be breaking out of those.
But he will, somehow, right?
Hey!
Pongo!
Archie!
What are you guys doing?
It's been a
I
while!
heard you were out looking for new rivals, and I thought maybe, no shortcuts.
Ooh, interesting. Delving into this side, especially with all of the tremors.
You've taken me up on my offer, smart girl.
Keep calling me girl and see how that works out for you.
Oh,
Why don't you take these off of me and see how that works out for you?
fuck.
You said you knew I was wrong.
The one in your mind's eye.
Mind's eye. Kenobi.
Sorry, I thought you were just leaving.
I'll stop with the Star Wars references. Ooh.
You can just
Ooh.
sit here in silence and you can
Rot.
rot.
So you did come with a stick after all. That's very impressive, Savior, except for
Just
one.
whack it
small
across your head.
Thank you.
In another life, right? Poor Chip.
I think you've done enough for one day. Why don't you take a break?
Rumpelstiltskin, what's going on?
Do you get deja vu, folks?
I heard we got Hyde. I thought it would take weeks and weeks of battles and twists and turns, and there you go doing it, day one.
That meta commentary.
Kudos to you, sis.
Poof.
Ripping out the evil part of you, and you just went to Snow White before coming to your own flesh and blood. Why do you even care? You ripped out the part of yourself that was most like me.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I mean, she wants to do the best for herself.
The baby and I will be out by tonight.
She wants her best chance.
Be there whenever you're ready.
My parents.
I do have a bit of a
That's
crack
what
theory I
makes
do want to
people. So
mention
they're
after
great
this,
at
but
food
it's
and
going to be
shelter.
ludicrous.
I'll give you some food and shelter right about now.
It's
You
Matthew.
go ahead. I'm gonna stay.
Stay.
We have Morpheus. We have Matthew the Raven.
Why the hell are they in my head?
Because these visions,
They're in-
Emma, they tell a story.
An untold story.
The story of your future.
Oh no. That's not ominous ever.
But what I choose to believe in is faith. Hope that when a hero's story is over, there's a special place for them.
Spoken like a true author. Oh man. I wonder how long they've been dancing.
Now I can wake you up.
What?
Wake me? But how?
No.
With
No
Charles'
way. No.
But I don't love you. Maybe I don't even know you.
Oh, you've known me. You've known me since the day that I was conceived.
What?
I'm not making a home with you. Our son gave me a warning, and I'm going to listen to him.
Well, considering how Bellfire, yeah, how that went down, maybe it's a warning. Do this shit again, and yeah. Is she gonna die? Are we gonna see her die? Oh, shit.
I'm not gonna let you hurt them.
She's gonna die. Yeah, yeah. Oh, boy.
But on the day you saw, in the battle you saw, you will die.
Shit. Shit.
That's how the Savior's story always goes.
So who is it?
Who this?
I don't
think
know
I have
who
a
your
feeling.
villain is. Maybe they're already here. Or maybe
Evil Queen.
they came with me.
You're right. I just needed to get help. I went back to Archie and figured everything out.
It's Archie. Archie's the one that killed her.
Yeah.
He's back for a reason.
You sure that's what it was?
Kidding.
Stress.
And then I realized, the evil queen was trying to kill me.
Preferred the Evil Queen, not
Only
Regina.
way I could stay alive was to never give up. You taught me how to have faith.
And she's
You
gonna
were the
pass
one
that
who
message
taught
on
me
to
that
Regina.
hope is a choice.
Until finally I forgot the most important thing. My life was never just one story. It was many
They
stories.
came.
To some, I'm a villain. I hurt people. One where the evil queen doesn't get a part. And I choose to believe that this story will have a better ending than my last.
Hell freaking yes. I'll just say them two having that heart to heart, just yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine.
It's time for some sisterly bonding.
Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Fab. That's great. That's just great. Yeah, I feel like some, connect. I mean, especially with how Regina responded to Zelina, and that kind of created hurt for Zelina. There's gonna be some, I don't want to say repairs because things were still a bit, I guess, between Regina and Zelina, even though we made some progress when Cora, for some reason, ascended to heaven. Still doesn't make sense, does it? But yeah, I felt we were going to get somewhere, and obviously there's that hurt in regards to what happened to Robin, and now Evil Queen has decided, you know what? I'm the Regina. Well, I'm not even her anymore. I'm the Evil Queen. I'm the one. I'm the sister that you need. So I'm concerned. But man, what a first episode! 'Cause quite a lot came out. But I've got to say though, I feel like that final bit with Regina and Snow. I feel like that was one of their best discussions. There's been some great, obviously there's been growth with Regina and Snow over the seasons. But I think that one was just very poignant, wasn't it? It was really beautiful, really moving, and of course there is the benefit of the evil, I guess the evil that was in her, the darker side of Regina, that being expelled. There's the benefit of that, but still, it's really really nice to see. So yeah, I mean, obviously we know that a season 7 is happening, or at least I do. By the time this was airing, I guess for everyone, I don't know. I don't know if there was ambiguity. I don't know if there was the notion that this would be the final season, because I don't know, I kind of got finale vibes, final series finale vibes, should I say, with this episode, with the speech and of course the whole premonition of Emma dying, and probably the final episode or something like that. I don't know. But I do feel like I have an idea on who it could be because, I mean, I feel like, especially with what Hyde had to say in regards to, you know, whenever there's a savior, there's always an enemy. I was just thinking back to, okay, the first, I guess, person that, well, I don't want to say Emma burnt bridges with, but in terms of, you know, who was against Emma when she first went to Storybrooke. And because she is now out and about, the first person that was, I guess, technically an adversary was basically the Evil Queen. And like I said, now that she is out and about, and plus, in the, you know, flashback and all of that, we saw Snow, David Hook, and Henry there watching as Emma got stabbed. So, no Regina whatsoever. So that, I mean, that could be also a red herring as well, because, you know, you see those four and you don't see Regina there, and you're thinking, okay, well, that's suspicious. But I do have my worries that what will happen at some point is that both the Evil Queen and Regina will merge once again, and this time around, the Evil Queen will be in the driving seat, whereas Regina's taken more of a back seat. So that's my... I mean, there could be multiple possibilities in regards to who the hooded person could be. But given Hyde's comments, that's my leading theory at the minute. And it might be the more obvious theory, like I said, with Snow, David Hook, and Henry there, and no Regina, as well as what Hyde had to say. You know, it's your go-to answer, isn't it? So, yeah, but it could be a bunch of possibilities. It could be an Emma from an alternative universe, aka the Land of Untold Stories. And I say this because I made a little bit of a crack theory in my head, saying, isn't it convenient how all these people from the Land of Untold Stories are coming to Storybrooke? And Archie just reappears. We haven't seen him in, like, I can't even remember when the last time he appeared in Once was. So, I was just thinking in my head, I'm not riding with it because, you know, the actor might be busy or whatever. But, I mean, it's not out of the realms of impossibility. And I don't think impossibility is even a word for this show. But, I mean, you just think back to shows like The Flash, for example, where you have doppelgangers. I know this works a bit differently, but like I said, impossibility is not really a thing for Once Upon a Time, I would say. So, nor is it for like shows like The Flash, where you have where you have infinite universes and you have doppelgangers of your dad show up as a as the Flash or whatever. So, yeah, but it could be a doppelganger of Emma. It could be the Dark One again. Although I think they're riding on with Rumpel being the Dark One until basically the end of the show. So, that's my 2 cents on that. So, but no, I was just making a little joke theory in my head about, you know, Archie, you've just shown up for the first time in forever, and, you know, all these strangers are coming here, so, but no, I thought this was really, really great stuff because there was a lot that went on, even with Rumpel's side of things. And, you know, the fact that, well, we had the whole idea that Morpheus was not Morpheus. But even so, that was like very, very, very mind-blowing for me, especially with the fact that I'm watching The Sandman cook. I mean, I've only got 2 episodes left as of recording, but still, you know, timing is just really, really impeccable, I guess. So, but ultimately, there was bigger twists ahead because it was revealed that Morpheus was, of course, in fact, Rumpel and Belle's kid. And, you know, some things just never change, apparently, because even Morpheus is not too pleased in terms of how Rumpel has gone about things. So, another son that Rumpel has seemingly pissed off. Though I do feel like this is more so of a warning rather than an idea of what is going to happen. And even then, I mean, even though it was revealed that he was just putting on the Morpheus moniker, I'm just thinking, you know, what's to stop him from being an asshole or whatever? I mean, granted, obviously this is going to be a different incarnation to, obviously, the Sandman. But, you know, you go through this... I'm not going to delve too much into spoilers, but one of the many good things about that show is that you don't always agree with certain comments made by Morpheus, because he can be a bit of an asshole at times. So, and this could be... I mean, we know how difficult Rumpel is. And obviously Bellfire, he chose a better path. He wasn't really in agreement with what his dad was doing. But, you know, that's... it's not like... Rumpel's kid is going to be, goody two shoes or whatever. He could be worse than Rumpel, funnily enough. And, you know, that's a very, very scary concept considering how Rumpel is anyway. So, but this could be a way of manipulating... I don't know. This could be a way of manipulating things. This could be a warning in terms of, hey, change your shit, Rumpel. Because I think he's genuine in trying to, make things better. Especially in that deja vu trip, because there were certain bits that we have seen on the show basically be recreated, especially the iconic dance bit. And I feel like you could really absorb the hurt that there was. And, like, even... I mean, obviously, this was Rumpel speaking through, and there's going to be that softer tone. But it was still so eerie seeing, I guess, the more disheveled appearance of Rumpel. Speaking such a soft, calming tone, as if he is wanting to win back Belle. So, yeah, but... yeah, that bit was just very, very great stuff as well. So yeah, but I mean, it's going to be very, very interesting to see where things are going to go, especially with, of course, the Evil Queen trying to get the better of Zelena. After, like I said, bridges were, I guess, essentially burnt in a sense with Regina and Zelena, especially with the fact that she was blaming Zelena for, you know, all of this happening, really. And yeah, I mean, I really, really did like the fact that we did touch upon... I mean, there was a lot that was happening in episodes 22 and 23, especially going to a different realm, of course. So yeah, you know, this episode, I'm really glad that we did get a focus on that grief that Regina was struggling with, and yeah, how she was just battling with the whole hurt that she's having in regards to Robin's death. And that final talk between Regina and Snow was just really, really beautiful. Like I said, I feel like in terms of, like, whenever they have moments together, especially since she's on a better path now, you know, there's been some really, really great moments, but I feel like that one really takes the gold, in my opinion. And I don't know if it's because there was... I mean, this is season 6 after all, and not many shows, especially in, you know, 2023, can make it that far. So you've got to start... I mean, unless you're on the CW, I guess. But, no, I'm kidding. You know, there is uncertainty on terms of, okay, like, if you make it this far, I guess there is that uncertainty on, okay, is this going to be the last season before we get cancelled? We got to start preparing for the end. what with Emma's premonition of the future, and this talk that we have going on, there is that kind of finality vibe. So yeah, but you know, like I said, it was just really, really beautiful. Like how she asks Snow, you know, how did you make it this far? And you know, because of the evil queen, there is that hope, there is that never give up attitude from Snow, and yeah, not just that though, but that push forward, that how Snow's kind of message of never giving up and all of that kind of affected Regina, because she's wanting to make her own story. She's wanting to make a new story, and it's really, really great stuff. It was a really, really beautiful moment. It was a really beautiful heart-to-heart that just really hit the beats there. So yeah, I just really, really did love that so much. So yeah, but oh, I'm just very intrigued about where this thing's gonna go with Emma, especially with the fact that we're delving into you know, multiple saviors, because we saw Aladdin, which we'll get onto in a minute, Aladdin, because he was a face I wasn't expecting to see, and someone else, but we'll get onto that in a minute, because, you know, going back to the whole different universes and all of that talk, there is something that I do want to talk about based on Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, if you get my drift. But I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of getting Buffy flashbacks to the whole multiple saviors and multiple slayer things that we had for the final season. And like I said, I don't know if this was, you know, if this was written in a way that would, you know, if they did get cancelled, this would still be a perfect ending. Kind of like how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5 was more so established as, I guess, the end. There is a neat cutoff where, you know, there are still going to be some things, without going into spoilers, which do hurt, by the way, there are still going to be things that are left to be resolved, but it's a nice cutoff point. So I don't know if that was, you know, the thing here, but again, like, you know, with Buffy, you've got your multiple slayers, your multiple saviors, and I'm sure we're going to see some people adopt the Eobard Fawn technique with the so yeah, because obviously we saw Aladdin suffer from that, and he was the savior as well. So yeah, so my guess is that, and this is going on to you know, my talk about 10 minutes ago about there being an alternative Emma, because we saw Jafar and he's played by a different actor. Now, I don't know if the actor who previously played Jafar is busy or whatever, but I could see this working as an alternate, like there are multiple Jafars out there in the multiverse, I guess you could say. I'm not saying we're going to be delving into the multiverse, but we're going to be dealing with different realms. Like, you know, there's going to be, like, different... kind of like how in, I guess, you know, fairy tales and all of that, there are going to be different incarnations of, you know, your Little Mermaids or, you know, Snow White, etc. And that can be applicable in this. I'm not sure if that's the way they're going about this, because I'm just thinking about, you know, how I guess this will probably be more so established before Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, based on the staff, if you get my drift. And we saw Jafar have that in that little flashback, as well as the fact that, yeah, I'm just thinking, like, the thing that was just striking my head is either they couldn't get the actor who previously played Jafar back, so they had to recast, which of course does make sense, or we are dealing with an alternative Jafar. So yeah, but it was like a 3-minute bit, so I'm sure that things are going to probably be established at a future date further. I'm not sure, but yeah. Because those first few minutes were throwing me off big time, because we had talks of another savior, and of course we established Emma as the savior, but now we've got another one. And now we have Jafar looking a little bit different to as he appeared in Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. So, yeah. But it does open some very, very interesting scenarios, kind of like how the whole situation with the savior, that's going to open some doorways in terms of further characters who are also called the savior in, I guess, their realm, as well as the whole destiny thing for Emma, with the fact that she's I mean, you know what you know what I say about the future, about how, like, I mean, the funny thing is, even Emma was warned about the fact that you can try to adjust it as much as you want, the fate is still going to be the same, basically. You die. And I always do worry about that when it comes to, like, someone sees their future and it's like a race on, okay, we're gonna change certain things, and I'm always thinking about the fact of, what if you trying to change certain events is the be-all, end-all for you? So, I really, really did love how, I guess, that comment came about with when, Emma did see her future about, don't even try to think about it. It's still happening no matter what you try. So, because it's always a thing that's always on top of my mind when a character sees their future. There's going to be steps made to make sure that that future doesn't see the light of day. And in doing so, they accidentally cause the future they saw. So, yeah. But this is what I'm talking about. There are so many interesting moments of this episode sprung up for this season. And, in terms of, how season 6 is looking at the minute, I'm excited. I'm excited to explore further. Nervous, of course, with, the evil queen and Emma meeting I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. But there have been certain cases where I've just been proven wrong. When I'm saying, oh, this is not going to happen to this character. They're not going to die like this. And then you just think back to all of the other shows that, have had this kind of prophecy. This character's been warned that they're going to die, and they do end up dying, etc. So, yeah. We'll see what does happen, but interesting first episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Meiji feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!